Hi everybody, my name's Ellie and welcome back to the series where I am rebuilding every single lot in The Sims 4 for the packs that I have. Today we're going with Cabana, still in Willow Creek and in the same neighbourhood as the one we've previously done, which was Streamlet Single. So today what I wanted to do was kind of a modern build. I really wanted to challenge myself because I'm absolutely terrible at doing those sorts of builds. So I hope you enjoy, sit back and relax and watch me rebuild. Now, like I said, I do struggle with modern builds, and you'll see in a second I have so much trouble trying to sort out this roof. I kept hating the fact that the roof kept clipping in even when I was doing the half walls, and eventually I end up switching the roof around, but I still get annoyed by the tiny little bit that's in there. And only now on reflection do I realise that, hey, I could have actually raised the platform in that area to cover it up. But I didn't think about that at the time, and I'm now only realising it because hindsight is 2020. So as you can see, I did give myself a little break from doing the roof there because I was just getting too frustrated with it. I actually ended up speeding up that segment by 5 times its actual speed for how long it took me. So I was like, you know what, I'll take a break and I'll do some more outside stuff before I go back to that roof. And in the end, I did just end up biting the bullet and squishing down that the overhang a bit more and putting a half wall in there, because that was just then the minimal amount of roof clipping through into the little chimney segment there, because I was not going to give up that chimney segment, otherwise you'd just have a rectangular house, and that is not a nice shape in my opinion to have for a house. So in moving on to the windows and doors, I absolutely love the modern looking windows and doors just for how much light they bring into a build, because some of the windows they just don't bring enough light in, and it's always nice to have those floor to ceiling windows. It also gives me an excuse to use those 1x1 doors, which I absolutely love. I had a few issues with selecting the flooring, but overall I think I did a good enough job. And yeah, I don't like doing just white wallpaper, white flooring, things like that. I like to have a very maximalist view of things. So doing a minimalist modern build wasn't really my cup of tea here. In terms of the kitchen, I did end up using the more expensive fridge and counters, but at the end of the day, this one does qualify as a starter home. I think it comes in at something like 17,000 simoleons, and including the lot price, which I think was 1,500, you can still get this initially when you start your game for under the 20,000 simoleons there. So again, with the bathroom, mid-range furniture, to be honest. You don't want the shower breaking on you, and to be honest, that mid-range shower there has more of the modern vibe, and I went for the rounded toilet and sink because I really like them, and I think they bring a nice modern vibe. But otherwise, just the general decorations of the toilet paper and the hanging towel. with the bedroom, I wasn't too sure which bed to go for at first or what colour to go for. However, I ended up going for the white and pink colour scheme because I think that's cute and this is my build, thank you very much. So yeah, the mid-range modern furniture in the light pink, just threw a nice little flower pot in there, and later on I do put a rug down just to tie the room together. In the living room, I went for a light green scheme. I wanted to put a bigger sofa in there, but it just wouldn't fit, unfortunately. And lots of glass tables, again in the glass and green scheme, because I think that's quite modern personally. So here I was trying to put in just a few touches of decorations. I popped a TV in there, I got a bookshelf in there. That will also help with the skill building. You can watch the cooking channel or get the skill books, and just throwing a few pictures around. I do end up getting rid of the TV though, because I then realised I had to do landscaping later on, and unfortunately I just wouldn't be able to afford that with the TV in there. And finally, we're just popping the lights around the build. Again, I apologise that I do them last. It's just a case of I want the lampshades to match each room, and I know I could put probably the saucer lamps in there every single time, but you know, and then replace them. But I like doing them last, and I think that I use the lighting system for the days quite well, to be perfectly honest, so I feel like I can see well. However, if it is an issue and you guys can't see too well, just let me know and I'll pop those spotlights in amongst the build and then get rid of them and replace them later if that helps. So this was when I realised that I had to landscape the property, and I was running a bit low on money here. Also that I had to put bins and mailboxes in. So towards the end I did struggle a bit to keep it within that 20,000. I was so desperate to keep it within that 20,000 because I know how annoying it can be when you're looking for starter homes and there aren't that very many available. So I did, like I said, I ended up removing the TV from the lot, and that gave me a bit more money to work with. I popped a fence in, and later on you can see me going into the debug menu and getting some, just a couple of items from there to help decorate the area. I don't usually use the debug menu with builds like this, just because it artificially deflates the value of the property, and I like giving myself that challenge of staying within the amount, but at this point I thought making it a little bit prettier was worth putting the little cheat in there. And here we have the final build just in the free cam view. So we've got the kitchen, lounge, diner all in one as usual. We've got a nice simple bathroom with, you know, shower, toilet, sink. And then we have the master bedroom as well. So overall a very simple 1 bed, 1 bath build. Still a start at home limit, and I like that I challenged myself by making a modern build this time around. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it, and if you could like and subscribe, that would be fantastic. I decided to call this one Cozy Cabana just because it was a little bit smaller than the original build was. I think the original one had 2 bedrooms, and it is up on the gallery, and as you can see there, it comes in at about 17,000 simoleons, and with the lot price still does come under that starter home one there. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.